Creamer Media in Johannesburg, I'm Halima Frost. Today I'm speaking with MSA Group Principal Consultant Mike Robertson regarding the company's investment in West Africa and the challenges faced in doing so. Mike, what are the company's short to mid-term goals in West Africa and also Africa as a whole?
We see West Africa as the premier gold exploration and mining hotspot in the world at present, and that's likely to remain so for the foreseeable future in our view. And this is evidenced by the phenomenal discovery rate across the region and the strong record of seeing projects through from discovery through exploration to production. And there's numerous examples of those kind of projects. As far as the MSA is concerned, we've been involved in the region, I would say almost continuously over the last 12 years, and that's been mostly in the gold space. However, we have also been involved with other commodities, I think most notably iron ore, diamonds, and bauxite as well in a West African context. We would like, to establish a stronger foothold across the region, and as part of that strategy, we are looking at partnerships with local companies and service providers to complement our skill set. And to assist with things like logistics across the region, administration, and importantly, relationships with government, local authorities, and indeed communities on the ground in which we operate.
What challenges face companies moving into the area, and how does MSA go about mitigating these challenges?
I guess there are a few that come to mind. I think first and foremost, I would say health and safety is the number one challenge from our viewpoint as a company. Particularly in light of the current COVID pandemic, and this requires risk assessments to be done on each project in each country where we operate, and for the necessary protocols to be put in place, such as a COVID response plan in this instance. And then from a safety point of view, security is also a challenge. There are known issues in West Africa. I would say with respect to terrorism threats and also political instability or politically motivated violence from time to time. And examples of this, I guess, would be in parts of Burkina Faso in Mali in the recent past. And in this respect, Australian companies have been very proactive, having arranged security conferences which have brought together mining industry personnel and security professionals, which have enabled informed decisions to be made about where and, more importantly, how to operate where their projects are located. Another key challenge, I would say, is infrastructure, particularly in less developed countries. But by its very nature, exploration is often targeted at less developed or underexplored remote regions where there isn't much in the way of infrastructure. And this is where good relationships with government come into play. Where we would look to government playing a role in developing infrastructure in parallel with our development of mining companies' development of mineral resources. And then I think lastly, access to capital is a key challenge, particularly for junior explorers. However, again, in a West African context, what we've seen is the rise in the gold price over the last few months. Together with the phenomenal exploration success across the region, that has led to an increasing interest by investors in investing into exploration projects. And this is evidenced by the number of capital raisings that we've seen, a lot of them being oversubscribed, in fact. And that's a reflection of investor interest in exploration in the region, which we think is very encouraging.
Has MSA been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, and how does it plan on recovering from any impacts of the lockdown?
I guess we certainly have. I think as with all players across the industry, we have been affected. The most significant impact is no doubt the inability to travel to our various project sites in various countries across Africa. Having said that, this hasn't really affected our South African-based field operations, which have been able to continue, obviously, apart from the necessary COVID protocols, which we've needed to put into place. Most of MSA South African-based staff have been office-based, and the emphasis on that kind of work has been on things like desktop studies, technical reviews, and providing those sort of solutions to our clients. Having said that, in a South African context, we have managed to largely managed to continue offering consulting-based solutions to projects in other African countries where we operate. And this is through our network of associate consultants and partners, which we have quite an extensive network. And those consultants and partners have either been able to travel themselves or are resident in host countries where we have projects. So that's been quite useful and convenient. But having said all of that, I guess I speak for all in saying that that we're looking to, we hope will be the imminent further relaxation of travel restrictions in South Africa, and hopefully the opening of borders to international travel, in the very near term. That would really help facilitate our involvement in the industry.